Hey there, so it's Thursday night. We've been out cutting dahlias for a while now. I was cutting dahlias, wife was cutting everything else, and made a lot of progress. You can see what my wife cut. It's a good start. We got these sunflowers here, super short, but we'll probably end up cutting those. And then, let's see, I've been cutting these dahlias, so let me show you those real quick. I have no idea how many stems are even in there, but we have, we have a couple orders to take care of tonight. So we got um, one market we sell at that we're bringing in, let's see, 10 bouquets. Another market we're bringing in 5, and then one last farmers market we're bringing in 25 bouquets for. So cut it hard, trying to leave the dahlias pretty well cut over. We're getting there. Let me show you down over here. I was cutting, we have lots of these Colorado Classic, these bright pink dahlias. But maybe you can see down this row here that there's not a whole ton of blooms there. You see some of that pink? Those are blooms that will be ready for us to cut come Monday. We'll do deliveries on Friday or Tuesdays and Fridays. So we're cutting for Friday deliveries, and then we'll cut again Monday. But this whole row will just be loaded with dahlias again come Monday. And then let's see if you can tell. I haven't cut down here very much yet. You can see there's a lot more blooms, and I'll cut it hard, leave just mostly green behind, and come Monday, be ready to cut it again. So twice a week, we're cutting this whole dahlia patch down. We have 300 tubers that are growing. Of course, some didn't come up, but for the most part, we probably got 280, that grew. But we're able to cut these twice a week, and they'll produce several buckets at a time. I guess when I mean a bucket, I mean like these buckets that I showed you already, where they're just absolutely jam-packed with blooms. Geez, there's got to be 50, 60, 70 stems in each of these buckets. We also advertise buckets for sale, but when we do that, it's 20 stems for $50, which is a good price for us. It's worthwhile. People love them. But then we can do a couple of those a week in addition to these hard cuts on Mondays and Thursdays. See this big guy? This nice white one. I think that's called Florel. But it is nice out in the evening time like this, just enjoying the flowers, cutting them, knowing that we are making money. It is quite profitable. I always think about if I was growing cucumbers for sale, how many cucumbers do I have to sell to make $10? Whereas I could make and sell one bouquet and make $20 on it. So definitely more value per square foot there. So we got quite a bit of variety. A lot of these are quite new to us. But we got a giant salmon colored one in there. But yeah, a lot of these are new to us. The tags are labeled at the bottom, but we need to come through and get photos of everything. And we plan to do that hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, so we can make sure we multiply the ones that we want. We'll be able to dig up all these tubers and split those, but in the springtime, when it's time to get started, we'll definitely take cuttings off of some of our favorites. Some of them just need to be gotten rid of, like this one here. You can see that it's not actually supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be a double bloom, which, let's see, right here, you can see it. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera there for you, but it should be a double bloom. Those singles growing over there, with just a couple petals in the yellow middle. Dahlias generally shouldn't look like that. Same with these here. They actually look a little bit of a distance. They look all right, but the heads always flop down like this. They're kind of weak, and again, they're also singles. I'm not sure they were supposed to be. So that's called sporting. When a dahlia, it has certain genetics that it expresses, but then sometimes it just reverts to older or a different set of genetics. So these are always propagated by division of the root and cuttings, but sometimes when you do that propagation, sometimes the genetics express themselves differently. You can see here too, where's it at? Right here, it's a nice double, but then up over, where is it? Right there, it's kind of a funny looking single. So we'll come through, get pictures, and mark everything. We actually got those little bracelets that you wear like in a hospital. We can come through and add them up top, so when the frost comes, we can know. So we'll come through, take a picture with the flower, the bracelet that has, say, a number 1 on it, and then when they die, when the frost comes, we can come out here and see our picture with the number 1 in it is the flower, and then at the bottom we have the tags with the names, which are really hard to see right now. But once we we can put them together, we can put the name with the tag number and the picture and all that. So we'll know, and then also be able to come back and know that, say, those, whatever number that turns out, 27. We need to get rid of tuber 27. So when we dig the one that's marked 27, I can know I need to get rid of. But these Colorado Classics, which is probably at least half of this whole patch, you can see, let's see, behind me here, this whole section here is all just Colorado Classic, which is this really bright pink, which they're really cool flowers. But Dahlia tends to be a fall flower, or I should say very late summer, early fall. So that pink isn't always what people are looking for that time of year. They look very nice, but we have so much of them, we'd like to increase the amount of the other ones we have, especially kind of the fall colored ones, those oranges and the yellows, whites, of course. But we'll probably grow less Colorado Classics in the future. We will have tubers for sale, mostly Colorado Classics, in the next spring after storage for the winter. So you can stay tuned for that. We'll definitely be sure to let you know. But yeah, we're just out here. It's getting late. See, the sky is starting to get a little darker over there, but I'm gonna finish up doing as much cutting as I can before dark. I'll have to get the baby in bed here pretty soon, and finish up in the dark with a headlamp. And we do most of our dahlia harvesting in the dark with a headlamp, because we often are arranging late at night after our youngest daughter is in bed, and often can't get out and harvest till then. So it's definitely a hustle. It's a side hustle. um, Many times we put her to bed. Sometimes it takes longer than usual, and we're not getting out here till, say, 10 o'clock just to start cutting, and it can take us easily 3 hours to do all the cutting and arranging for an order similar or even smaller than what we're taking care of today. So that'll that will make you tired, but like I said, it is a hustle, so you really have to keep at it, and it definitely some good money. We keep telling our son, who's high school age, that these flowers, as silly as it seems, these are what pay for his activities and all the fun things that he's doing with school and extracurriculars and all that. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. Please be sure to watch the video up here, and we'll talk to you soon.